A very good morning, everybody. Right here at Sodok Crown Court, just walking towards the court for the ongoing trial of former Minister of Petroleum, Diezani Madueke, and two others, one of them being a brother, Bishop Doye Agame, and defendant number three, as she is known in court, Olatimbo Anide. Of course, Madam Diezani is defendant number one. Just to give you a tale of the story so far, on Friday, which was the end of week number 2, the judge told the jurors that the judge reminded them and said, look, the prosecution have to prove their case. She told them at the end of this trial, you need to satisfy yourself with any decision that the onus is on the prosecution, is on the crown, that the defense, they don't have to do anything, they don't have to prove that Diezani is not guilty and the other two defendants are not guilty of the bribery count, which is being held against them. Actually, Diezani has 8 counts under this bribery act. 8 count charges she's facing. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the other 2 defendants are the ones lesser charges of 6 and 7. So she told the jurors and said, look, the crown is the one that have to prove their case. The defense doesn't have to prove that Diezani and the 2 other defendants are not guilty. It is the crown, the burden of proof is on the crown. So she had to tell them, because on Friday, the charges were amended. The judge read the amended charges and on some of the counts and said, look, and gave them further direction. Anything I'm not able to cover today, I'm going to give you more analysis tomorrow. But on Friday, and don't forget, this is week number 3, day number 10. This is a trial that is a marathon. We are going all the way to 12 weeks, end of April. And as you know, anybody who is used to marathon, we know that there will be loads of twists and turns. There will be strategies. On Friday, this came to play when one of the Crown prosecution witness was in the box. It was not the main prosecutor. It was the assistant of Miss Ely who took on that witness. He was the one that was doing the questioning. So before now, it's been the main prosecutor has been the number 1 prosecutor, but on Friday, assistant came on board and did some of the questions. So today is the beginning of day number of week 3 and day number 10, and we don't know who the crown has lined up. But last week, let me read to you. Let me give you part of the things which happened exactly a week ago. It was day number 5 when the prosecution witness number 2 came in. The usual thing, she swore an oath. She swore the oath that everything she's going to say is going to be the truth, and that is the direction of an art gallery where Madam Diezani and Kola Aluko did a lot of shopping, and then she swore the evidence, I will give you the truth, I think, and then the crown asked her, I think you are the company director of the company, Vicento Lazareta or something like that. I said, yes, we've been in operation for 100 years. And she told the witness, you've made 2 witness statements. First statement was in 1st September 2016, and then the second statement, let me get the date of that statement, and then it is from that statement that the crown. So, So it is on the or is based on these two statements. So I don't mind the court staff is saying I can't film. I'm outside the court. This is their own, you know, nonsense that I'm outside the court. I'm not in the court premises, so we are allowed to do filming outside of the court. I'm not inside the court. This is the perimeter of public building. This is not inside the court. Anyway, sorry for that brief interruption. Yeah, the second statement was 28th of June 2017. So it is based on these two statements that the Crown asked her questions. I said, I would like to ask you about your dealings with certain individuals who were asked. So she asked her to check, this is the standard procedure. The the prosecutor will mention the statement, if any of them make statement, and then say, okay, because this statement were not made yesterday, they were not made last week. These two statements that was made by this particular witness, number two, were made in 2016, and the second one was on 28th of June 2017. So she asked her that you can use these statements to refresh your memory. Okay, so, and then she said, the witness said, the lady didn't give me that name. When she crowned then mentioned that, look, mention Diezani's name. And the witness said, the lady didn't give me that name. The name the entourage gave me Sharon D. In other words, when Diezani was not in store with Kola Loco, the witness said she always came with entourage, and that it was her entourage that gave her the name Sharon D. The first time was with Kola Loco. She used to come with entourage. At the time I was issuing the invoice, I asked her, I'm reading what she told the court. Now I asked her who the invoice should be issued to. She said Sharon D. Even though it wasn't Diezani that gave the name Sharon D to in the gallery, but it was an entourage that gave the name. But when she was asked who should the invoice be issued to or the receipt, she said Sharon D. Did you come to understand who she is and what her role was? Yes. And she said eventually they got to know. And also continued the crown as in the woman continued. In 2012, the two of them, they were friends. She said, they were asked for their demeanor when they came to the store and said they talked to themselves. She suggested something for his house. That means during one of those shopping trips, Diezani suggested something for Alukosa. He said they were joking between themselves, just very briefly. She was and she described as how Diezani came across. She said, "Oh, she was a nice, very elegant lady." He said, "How many times did Mrs. Aluko come shopping? How many times did he come shopping with Mr. Aluko?" Oh, she said, it came on 7 occasions, and that on those 7 occasions they spent over £300,000. So, and then she went on to say, if you were the invoices address I issued to Kola Loco, you told us she attended with entourage. Would there be occasions if she didn't come with Kola Loco, who she came with? That was when she said, okay, she always came with entourage. Let me see another statement that she made. A particular statement which the on the 31st of October 31st October 2012, invoice which was displayed among the evidence of the crown, the invoice number 17, invoice, of Vincento Caffarella. Yeah. So this is the director of Vincento Caffarella, who is crown witness number 2, who gave evidence exactly a week ago at the beginning of week number 2. On the invoice of 31st of October 2012, they had shopping 3 items totaling 18,900. Among them were floor lamps, Italian lamps. Then the second invoice of the same date was £41,880. So invoice, so these were the things which they did on that, or the shopping they did on that day. Remember, the Crown said we're going to approve a case. There's also another invoice of the 9th of February 2013, invoice number 13 to Kola Logo. That was for 50,520. The items there included, glass, light, three set of sculpture, you know. So these were the things, these were some of the things which were brought to court, which the Crown used in questioning the witness, the director of the art gallery. Let me see if I can get one of the cross-examination, one of the questions that the defense asked. Yeah, so that is how it's been playing out. That's how it's been playing out. And then the name of the witness is Monica Glaram, so she is the director right there. And like I said, at a particular time, the one image that was displayed contained 68 pages of items which were ushered, which were ordered. And do not forget, before wrapping up, nothing has been proven. These are just still the evidence. The defense, they haven't called any witnesses yet, and all they're doing so far is cross-examination at the end of when the witness concludes their witness. Their examination by the Crown. So it continues today. The trial enters week number 3 today, as I've said earlier, and we're going all the way to week number 12. And as I said, this is a marathon. So I'll keep you updated tomorrow with whatever happens in court today and also tomorrow. So we are in week number 3. Diezani should be here anytime from now. Court resumes at 10. We're still about almost 2 hours away, and the court will take it from there. I'll see you guys tomorrow.